Can a pro-Israel Democrat still win a big primary? She's going to try.
That's the question at the heart of Michigan's crucial Senate primary, where Representative Haley Stevens is attempting to defy a trend that has seen mainstream Democrats fall to progressive challengers campaigning against U.S. military support for Israel. Stevens, a moderate congresswoman first elected in 2018, enters the August 4th primary with the backing of Democratic leaders in Washington and the nation's leading pro-Israel super PAC. According to AdImpact, that group has poured more than $28 million into advertising support for her campaign. She's also received another $20 million from 4 other super PACs with undisclosed donors, despite her public calls for an end to dark money in politics. Her opponent, Dr. Abdul El-Sayed, is a progressive former public health official who has become one of the party's most outspoken critics of American policy in the Middle East. He's running savvy on social media and tapping into what he sees as an anti-establishment, Israel-skeptical mood among Democratic voters.
El-Sayed has pushed relentlessly to tie Stevens to pro-Israel and corporate interests. Stevens makes no apology for her positions. She does not believe there has been a genocide in Gaza. She supports maintaining U.S. military aid to Israel without conditions. And she combines that backing with calls for a two-state solution, the mainstream Democratic position before the October 7, 2023 attacks and the ensuing war. But the politics have shifted. One after another, mainstream Democrats have lost high-profile primaries this year to progressives who campaigned on ending military support for Israel. Stevens is trying to buck that pattern in a state that could determine control of the Senate. She'd prefer to talk about pocketbook issues. In an interview with the New York Times, Stevens said the number one thing she hears from voters is why they're getting screwed over by Donald Trump as Michiganders, pointing to millions in investment that's gone away because of tariffs. Israel, she says, is something El-Sayed wants to make the race about. The issue remains firmly in the news.
Months into a war that President Trump and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu started against Iran, fighting has flared up again. On Wednesday, a House vote to eliminate U.S. aid to Israel split Democrats, with almost half supporting the move, a striking indicator of how far the party has shifted.
Stevens once said at a Hanukkah celebration that, quote, Israel comes to me in my dreams, unquote. Now she'll find out if that kind of unwavering support can still win a Democratic primary in 2024. I'm your host, and that's the latest from Michigan's Senate race.